Starlog. Date, January 1st, 2019. This is your captain, Kalè Rodriguez. We all have a voice, but not all of us have the courage to speak. We all have a story, but we are scared nobody wants to hear it. We all have a dream, but not all of us have the strength to make that first step towards being uncomfortable. Every legend has a beginning. They are all born, they all have parents. Some are doctors, some are teachers, some are police officers. They could be anything. They can come from cities, farms, or even other planets, in the case of cartoons and comic books. But they all have one thing in common. Something triggers them to hit, fuck it. This isn't right. It can be anything from no singing in the shower, to inequality, to no one has ever done this before and it will never be done. They said no man could beat machine. John Henry pounded steel till his heart exploded. The Sandlot was guarded by a dog named Hercules until he was bested in speed, not by the god Hermes, but by a kid named Benny the Jet, and nothing more than a pair of PF flyers. Or the old saying, you had to be pretty to make it into entertainment. Nobody told Sylvester Stallone and Jay-Z. What did? They said fuck it to become two of the world's largest icons that the world has ever known. My legend began a couple years ago. I just graduated from college, and I had like this feeling of being lost and no idea where I was headed. And I was outside with my pops, smoking a cigar, and told him, I don't know if I'm going to amount to anything. And by this point in my life, I was about 28, and I've done a lot of stuff. I'd seen the world. I'd worked for a couple $1 million companies, and I was in an important role. And my dad said, I've never had to worry about you. The only time I ever worried about you was when you were in a coma. And I begged God to make sure that you were okay. I said, he could take my health. He could take my wealth. He can take my house. But as long as you're okay, we're going to be all right. And he's like, he has. But he's made sure that you're okay. I lost those things. Never stopped me 1 second. I've never worried about you because you have a gift. For some reason, people look to you for advice, for encouragement, for belief. They believe in you. You were born to lead. People will follow you, even though half the time I think you're full of shit. But when it's said and done, there's nothing you wouldn't do for anyone. And that's genuine. You can't teach that. You can't buy that. You can only earn that from hard work and belief in yourself. Because regardless of what the world sees, you're the only one who really sees you. And that's why I've never ever worried about you. Why am I doing this? Because I needed a platform. I wanted to preach, but I don't have a church full of congregation that will listen. I have views and opinions, but I'm scared to die on top of a soapbox. I wanted to make people laugh, but was getting tired of bugging my friends to come to my shows for $20 and a 2-drink minimum just to see 75 not funny comedians and me, the amazing one. So what did I do? I hit fuck it. If I can run $1 million company in my chones, on my couch, in between binge watching cartoons and Japanese on Netflix and logging obscene hours of NBA 2K19, so why can't I entertain people this way? And if you somehow managed to make it this far, I know what you're thinking. This guy's name is Kale. The answer is no. If you personally know me, I'm 8 shades way too dark for my name to ever be Kale. But if you insist on calling me something white, you can call me Skylar, because in all honesty, that's white as shit. But what is Starlog? Let's break it down. Star. This has nothing to do with astronomy or balls of hot gas, even though when I open my mouth, sometimes I could be mistaken for one. As far as for the log part, this has nothing to do with poop, maple syrup, log cabins, or toys invented by Abraham Lincoln. This is essentially my notebook, my journal, my heart, my soul, my diary. The only difference is it won't have weird drawings, who's hot and who's not list, because let's be honest, I'm delicious and everybody else is second. It won't say who I have a crush on or who I think has cooties, because my wife has the only cooties I want. She's the love of my life, my soulmate, and my ticket to the upper middle class. But as I've always told her, if she slaps a couple O's on the end of that check, she's allowed one affair. The only rule is, don't do it in my bed, in my car, or in front of my dog, because those are things that we can't get back. Am I doing it for the fame? No. I just want to be well known enough that when I'm at Denny's, I can overhear people saying, hey, that's that guy from that thing. You know, the Viagra commercial with the bathtubs? But in all honesty, I just want to have enough respect that I can completely lose my mind like Kanye, where I replace all my bottom teeth with diamonds and yell at white people in the airport and nobody gets mad or offended. Will there be hype? Hype is defined as extravagant or intensive publicity or promotion. My answer is no. It's not hype when you believe in yourself the same way people believe in Jesus on Christmas and Easter. It's not hype when you're spending hours working on your craft after spending hours at work just so you could pay the rent, put gas in your car, and keep the light on. Just so one day you could walk in to your office with a bag of dog shit, hand it to your boss and say, I'm tired of taking your shit, here's mine, I'm fucking out, and quit. It's not hype if you have the courage to show up, no matter if it's raining, it's snowing, or Mike Tyson is standing across the ring ready to punch you in the mouth. If you were there, if you were accountable, it's not hype. It's you putting in that time. Because Michael Jordan has always said, practice makes perfect. And it's not about getting in. It's about when you do get in, making sure they never take you out. Is it okay being the underdog? Hell yes. Because a lot of us aren't expected to win. Me personally, I've only ever lost twice in my entire life. One was being born brown and Hispanic. Two was only growing to be 5'4", because if I was 6'1", I'd be in the league. But other than that, plan on winning. Expect winning. And I'm not saying winning is everything, but expect more. Want more. And if you saying hello and waving to somebody every day is your more, then do that to the best of your ability. Be different. There's nothing wrong with putting ketchup on your macaroni or wearing the same socks to every game because you haven't lost in 2 years. And there's nothing weird about every once in a while wanting to get choked during sex. If you show me a millionaire that hasn't been choked or punched in the face in his life, I say he's a motherfucking liar. Say no to negativity. If it's something that's not helping you be positive in your life, tell it to get the fuck off your bus. You ain't got time for that shit. For doubters, for haters, for people who don't want to believe in you. Keep the people who always do, the ones who answer the phone, the ones who you know genuinely love you, who genuinely care because out of no reason at all, they shoot you a text, they shoot you a call. People are like, Kalè, I haven't heard from you in 2 years. And I'm like, that's because I lightweight gave up on you. I call you, I text you, I send you emails, and you're like, not important. I've got my other shit going on. I've lost family members, I've lost colleagues, I've lost jobs, and you know what? The people who didn't leave me, they still there. You know why? Because they ain't getting off the bus. And the main reason is I got the juice. So they know if they come to the table with a glass of the juice, that sooner or later when Kalè gets that little bit of money, it's going to make it that much harder for me to ignore them when we make it. And I'm kidding. Be positive. Be positively brilliant. Be positively loud. Be positively loving so that the world can't get rid of you. Because every day of your life, you're going to meet somebody. You're going to make somebody's day. So always be ready because you never know. Me personally, I have a go-to happy guy. It could be raining. He could have got fired. He could have fucking lost his girl. His house burned down and he could have backed over his dog. And no matter what time it is, 2 a.m. in the morning, he's over there at Jack in the Box flipping fucking burgers saying, hello, welcome to Jack in the Box. I hope you have a great day. We all need that. We need to know the difference between wants and needs. I want $1 million. I need to be happy. I want an HBO special. I just need the world to hear me. I want to travel the world. I need to live a full life. Maybe these things are me, maybe they're not. Maybe you can relate and maybe you can't. But all I know is my name is Kalè Rodriguez, and this is Starlock. Remember, kale is not a vegetable.